Hi, welcome to the 2020 Open Enrollment for SAS Administrators. In this session, we're going to talk about your medical benefits available with Blue Advantage Administrators, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arkansas. This year, we will be using the ADP portal for our online open enrollment. Did you know that you can use the ADP portal to view and update your personal information, update your emergency contacts, view your pay stubs, see company announcements, and much more? Visit the company website shown and use the registration code for SAS. You have 3 medical plan options to choose from. We realize not every plan fits every person, so we are excited that we're able to offer you a choice of 3 different plans, and you can pick the one that fits the needs for you and your family. The first plan that we're going to talk about is the $750 PPO plan. Now, all of the benefits that we're talking about assume that you're using a Blue Cross Blue Shield in-network provider. You do have out-of-network benefits, but today we're highlighting the in-network benefits available to you. So the first plan has a $750 deductible per person per calendar year. This runs January through December. It has a super low out-of-pocket maximum of only $3,750 per person per calendar year. Now, most of the charges are not subject to your deductible. You have copays for your office visits, urgent care, and prescriptions. And so when you see a primary care doctor, which is internal medicine, general practice, family practice, or a pediatrician, you're only going to pay a $25 copay. You don't have to meet that deductible. Then when you see a specialist, an orthopedic doctor, ear, nose, and throat doctor, you're going to have a $45 copay. Again, no deductible to meet. You just pay your $45 and walk out the door. If you go to an urgent care, urgent cares are going to be available to you after hours or maybe quicker for you to get into than your general practice family physician. You can go to an in-network urgent care for only a $65 copay. Now on this plan option, there is no ER copay, so if you go to the emergency room, that's where your $750 deductible is going to kick in, and after that, Blue Cross is going to pay 80% of the bill, and you're going to pay 20%. That 20% is called your co-insurance. So on a $1,500 claim, you're going to pay the first $750, and then the remainder of that, you're going to pay 20% of it. So that could really add up. Now, if you need to go to the emergency room, please go. But we just want you to be aware that there is not a copay on this plan for ER care. Your hospitalizations or your outpatient surgeries, anything other than an office visit setting or an urgent care setting, you're going to have a deductible and then pay 20%. Okay. The next plan option is the $2,000 PPO plan. Again, it's the large PPO network, but this one has a $2,000 deductible and a $5,000 out of pocket, which is still super affordable in today's world. Healthcare reform sets those out of pockets really high, $8,350 a year. So being able to keep our out of pockets at a very affordable level is very important to us. So we want you to know that worst case scenario on this plan, you're only going to have a $5,000 out of pocket, and then Blue Cross pays 100% for the remainder of the year. The copays are exactly the same on this plan as the other plan option, $25 for primary care and $45 for specialists, $65 for urgent care. So really the only the differences between the two plans are your deductible and out-of-pocket, and by raising the deductible and out-of-pocket on that middle plan option, we're able to lower the premiums so that we're taking less out of your paycheck for that health insurance coverage. The last option that we're going to talk about is the $5,000 high deductible health plan. That's what HDHP stands for. This is an HSA compatible plan. So if you want to visit a local bank and open a qualified health savings account, HSA, this is the plan option for you. That would actually help you reduce your taxable income. And you can talk to your banker about that, or if you have more questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our information will be at the end of the slideshow. But this plan has a $5,000 deductible per person per calendar year. So if you have employee-only coverage, you're going to pay the first $5,000. Okay. However, if you have yourself and one or more dependents, you're considered a family unit, you're going to have a $10,000 deductible that's going to have to be met before any benefits are payable. Okay. No prescription copay, no office visit copay, everything accrues to those deductibles. Now, once you meet your deductible, you're still going to pay 20% until that out-of-pocket maximum is reached. Again, for an employee-only coverage, it's $6,250, and for family, it's $12,500. Now, the one thing that is similar on all three plans is your wellness care. All three plan options cover your routine preventative care at 100%. You don't have to meet any deductible or copay. So when you go in for your routine pap smear, mammogram, immunizations, or prostate exam, something that is truly preventative in nature, the plan is going to pay for it at 100%. You should not have to pay anything. But please make sure you use those words when you call and schedule your appointment with your doctor. Hey, this is my routine physical. This is my annual exam. Because how they code it is how Blue Cross is going to pay it. So just make sure that you use those key words: wellness, preventative, annual physical. And if you run into any problems or you go in for your routine physical and then you get a bill for it, please let us know so that we can look into that for you. Now we're going to talk about your prescription drug benefits. This is probably the most common used feature on your health insurance. You may not go to the doctor all the time, but you could take medications every month. So the $750 PPO plan, medical plan, has a $15 generic copay, or a $50 preferred brand copay, or a 20% non-preferred brand copay. Well, what the heck does that mean? Okay, so we all know what a generic is. That will actually is a cheaper medication that helps save you money and the plan money. So with that $15 copay, it is much more affordable. And if your medication actually costs less than the copay, you're just going to pay the cost of the medication. So if you take a medication that costs $4 a month, you're only going to pay $4. Okay, we're not going to charge you the $15. Now, the difference between a preferred brand and a non-preferred brand, that's the same as when you're seeking medical services and you have a copay for an in-network doctor and you have to pay a little bit more for an out-of-network doctor. It works the same way on your prescription plan, okay? So if it's a preferred medication, you're going to pay a $50 copay. If it's a non-preferred medication, you're going to pay a 20% copay. And that 20% can sure add up. So the SAS Administrators has actually put a cap on it, so that way you're not paying 20% indefinitely on each medication. It's 20% up to a $500 maximum per medication. So example, if your medication is $1,000, then you're going to pay a $200 copay every month for that medication. Now, remember, your copays accrue to that out-of-pocket maximum that we talked about previously, so you do have financial security. So if you take a lot of medications, you may want to look at one of those plan options with the lower out-of-pocket, so that way you meet it quicker and get into that 100% coverage, okay? On the $2,000 PPO plan, it's exactly the same copays, $15 generic, $50 preferred, and 20% non-preferred medication. On the high deductible health plan, that's where we're different, okay? So you have to meet your entire $5,000 deductible if you're employee only, or $10,000 if you're family coverage, before any benefits are payable on your prescriptions. And then once that deductible's met, you're going to pay 20% for every medication until that overall out-of-pocket maximum is met. Now, that can be kind of scary. So is my drug covered, or how much does it cost? Okay. Well, remember, we have resources available to you. GoodRx is a great tool for you. You can download the app or go online to goodrx.com. Put in your zip code, the name of your medication, and the dosage. So, for example, if you take a torvastatin 40 milligrams once a day, you put that in with your zip code, and then it's going to tell you the retail cost, okay? So that's the high cost, the retail cost without insurance for every pharmacy in your zip code, because not all pharmacies are created equal, okay? So one pharmacy may have a better price on a medication than another pharmacy. It's not one size fits all. So this allows you to see what your medications actually cost, okay? You may be paying a $15 generic copay. Well, what if that medication costs, $14 at one pharmacy or $6 at another? Either in those situations, you're paying 100%, so wouldn't you rather know that you have a $6 option? So that's where GoodRx comes in. The other app is Southern Scripts. This is actually the manager of your prescription drug plan, and they have an app. They also have a wonderful customer service team, and that number is on your ID card. So if you have any questions about what drugs are covered or which ones are preferred or non-preferred, please give them a call, and they'll be happy to help you. Here are the 2020 payroll deduction schedules. Now we're having a minimal increase. It's 3% on the medical plan this year, which is really low in today's world. And but we wanted to make sure that you were aware of the changes, because those will take effect on the first payroll in July. So what do you do now? Okay, well, you make sure that your ADP online access is ready to go, because it is open enrollment. Open enrollment starts on May 18th, and this is the time of year where you can make those changes to your benefits. You can add or drop a dependent, you can enroll or sign up for a plan. Let's say you want to change your medical plan option from one to the other, or maybe you want to cancel something. This is the time of year for you to do that with no questions. So make sure that you're ready to go for open enrollment, and all elections must be made by June 15th. Now here's a carrier connection fact sheet for you. It has all of the carriers that are associated with our plan, their phone number, and their website. So if you have any questions about your medical plan or your prescription plan, please take advantage of reaching out to the carriers either through their website or their phone number, and they'll be glad to help you. And at the end of the day, if you have any questions, we're here to serve you. So please reach out to us. Here's our phone number and our email address. And we appreciate you attending, and have a great day.